Greeting friends and family. It is time for EC Radio. How are you? You can follow along on all Disruption Network social media platforms. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. And you can find us on Facebook. And it's wrapped up into a nice little podcast that you can listen to at your leisure, at your discretion, pretty much on every freaking podcast platform that there is. Or go visit the website, disruptionnetwork.net. Much love to the sponsors. Thank you to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his fine staff today. Hit them up today, people, because spring is coming and you guys are all buying houses because I feel like there's no inventory out there in the housing market. But if you are moving, this is the service to use, EJA Moving. Find them online, ejamoving.com, 315-335-0516, home of the free boxes. So when you move and relocate, they'll give you the boxes for free. They'll pack them up. They'll bring them to wherever you need them to bring them, and they're just a great service. EJAmoving.com. Shout out to my attorney, Dave Longaretta, has been keeping me out of trouble for about 35 years. Give him a call today for legal advice, 735-6162 in the 315 area code. Give him a call today. He's a great man. Great legal advice. Shout out to Utica Coffee, wakethehellup.com. You can find them online. And they've got some delicious flavors of coffee. I'm jacked up today on the Adirondack Roast. I love that stuff. It's good stuff. But check out the Wake the Hell Up product line that they got going on. They've got some delicious flavors, pistachio, blueberry, and the normal Wake the Hell Up. Double the octane. I'm telling you. Wake the Hell Up. They really mean it. They really do. WakeTheHellUp.com. Shout out to Saranac and shout out to Joey's at 307. If you people want a good meal this week, in fact, I'm going to go visit Joey's on Friday. Go have lunch over there with my good friend Matt Grabsky. Great lunch menu, revolving dinner menu. They've always got seafood specials, and they're bringing back an East Utica classic menu. They do it. It's awesome over there. Thank you to Grabsky. Thank you to all our sponsors. And I expect all you people that are out there watching us on a day-to-day basis to go out there and support our sponsors. That's what it's all about, man. We help each other out in this community. Joining me today, wow, I can't believe you're all grown up now. What happened?
I am old as shit.
No, you ain't old as shit. Cait, Devin in the house with us. Cait, when was the first time you came in? It was like 4 years ago. And how old were you then? You were still in high school, right?
Yeah, I was like a sperm cell back then.
You were.
I think I was 15.
Yeah, now you're blossoming. You're like a little bud right now. You're not even blossomed yet. You're like, I'm old as shit now. I'm like, kid,
19.
you ain't even
19.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing though. You switched it up a little bit on your genres. You went from rock and roll, right? And now the video that you have out now, which is awesome, by the way. What's the name of it again?
That song is called Joke's on You.
Joke's on You, and it's great. It's a whole switch up of what you were normally doing. How do you feel in this new genre that you're dipping your feet into? How are you feeling in it?
It's so interesting how it came to be because I feel like I almost stumbled into it.
Did you?
Yeah. It was a total accident, honestly. I totally made that song by accident. Just fiddling around. I wrote that on acoustic, and then I was like freestyling to some rap beats that I found on YouTube when I was high, just as like a fun little thing. And then I realized that the song I wrote on acoustic actually fit a lot of like the hip hop kind of sounding beats. So I was like, you know what? Let me just not dip my toe in. Let me just jump and see if I drown, ultimately. But no, honestly, I feel like I'm floating. I feel like I'm swimming a little better than what I had been doing.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I mean, I do feel a lot better in this new path. Not to say I didn't enjoy the metal rock, because I know a lot of people would get upset had I said that. No, I did enjoy it, but I honestly felt like maybe I was pushing a little bit, like maybe it just wasn't meant for me and wasn't meant for my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I started out, doing a bunch of Taylor Swift songs at open mics and a bunch of Ed Sheeran, so I did start along like the alt-pop kind of vibe. And I've always really liked hip-hop deep down. Yeah. So all of these genres that I've been in, I kind of just dumped them all together, and then this kind of alt-poppy hip-hop song came out.
It's amazing. It is. I felt like it's more natural. I felt like your voice was a more natural vibe on this song than what it was before. Now, we're going to have a little heart-to-heart right now. Uncle Z's going to talk to you heart-to-heart right now.
Sorry if I keep looking in this viewfinder.
No, it's okay. You're looking at yourself. That's all
I'm
good.
just like, whoa.
Whoa, that's what I look like?
I look like The Grudge, kind of.
No, you look great. So I felt like maybe before you tended, and you're young, and so I chalk it up to inexperience a little bit, but maybe you tend to oversing a little bit too much in the back in the day. But now it felt more natural for you when you were. It was almost like watching you come out of your shell, listening to that song that's out right now. And it's called "Jokes on You," and go check it out. You can find it on Spotify, and you did a cool little video for it too. So go check it out. But I felt like this is like your coming out party. It's almost like your coronation.
Right?
Yeah, you're coming out. Like this is
rebirth.
it. Yeah, your rebirth, right? You're always going to keep reinventing yourself, and it's super important to dip your toes in all different genres because you don't know.
Absolutely.
It's like trying new food, right? You don't know if you like seafood or not until you try it. So you're not going to know if you like to dabble in hip hop until you try it. So it's important to try it, and I highly, highly respect you for that. So
thank you.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, I totally thought people wouldn't like it.
Who cares?
I mean,
it's about you, right? Does it feed your creative soul?
Oh, absolutely.
Then it's about you. Don't care what people think.
Exactly. And I remember when I sent that to my producer, the initial idea, that fast little, spitty parts that I do, the very fast rapping parts, I was like, maybe I should slow this down a little bit. Just maybe a little tiny bit. He's like, oh no. He was like, don't slow that shit down. What are you talking about? So he also encouraged it. So definitely shout out to Steve from Subcat. I don't know if he's watching, but thank you for the encouragement.
Yeah, it's good. It's super important to get encouragement, especially at your age too, and to be inspired. Like nowadays, the kids aren't that inspired anymore because we've been dealing with pandemic and whatever that's going on. I just feel like the inspiration hasn't been at a high level. So to have those people around that keep you inspired, super important.
Definitely.
Super important. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on Facebook right now. Hi to Helen. Thank you for chiming in. What's up to Motor Lord? Little Cait opened up for us at 12 North before the Corona coaster. Do you remember Motor Lord?
I definitely do remember.
Do you know their hit song?
I'm gonna guess if their band name is Motor Lord, it has something to do with motors.
Yes, and it goes, "We are Motor Lord." It's such a great tune. I love that song. But it is super important to dip your toes in all different genres, as we were talking to before. But you were also doing, before you started to do this little hip-hop album or the little hip-hop single that you're doing, you were doing a bunch of cool collaborations. Talk about some of the people you were collaborating with.
Right. So when I was in that rocky metal kind of realm...
You're still kind of in it.
I am,
You're never going to be out of it because I feel like it's part of your fabric.
I feel like it's part of my soul.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of been ingrained in a way. Like even my hip-hop song has that heavier, genty kind of riff in the background.
It does.
And I try to incorporate guitar in everything I do. But speaking of guitar, I collaborated with this fellow named Jared Dines on YouTube, which he's pretty popular in the metal realm. And I did that just by reaching out to him over Insta. And he actually had these things called shred collabs, which he just got a bunch of guitarists together and slapped them on one track and they all played together. So that's like kind of sort of where I got that idea from, is through initiating that with him and through meeting him and all of, his friends and what they were up to. But I said, you know what, it would be really dope to do something similar, but do it for charity. So I said to myself, you know what? I collaborated with one metal guy that is in this realm. I'm starting to play guitar. I had only been playing for maybe around a year and a half at this point. I said, I'm going to get literally 30 plus guitarists, slap them on one track, kind of similar, and do it as a charity event for There With Care, which is a foundation that helps children struggling with critical illness. And I've done 3 so far. I got Jinx from Blackfield Brides to do it, and Jen Majura of Evanescence, Joel Hoekstra of Whitesnake.
Super cool.
Michelangelo Badio, which you may have met him if you're from Utica and you've gone to his guitar clinics at Big Apple. He loves Central New York.
Yeah, I feel like he has roots here.
Yeah, I feel like his soul is kind of rooted here, honestly.
I think he has family here or something. I don't know. There's something that keeps making him keep coming back, or maybe he's from here. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
I did reach out to him to do a podcast with me, and he said he was a little busy. But
hey, maybe I can reach out and I'll get him here.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, he's been wanting to give me like some guitar lessons and stuff like that, which I have not even gotten to yet, but I really, really want to. I'm trying to think of the other people who were we're on it. I have such brain fog nowadays.
So how do you get this all together? And just how did you pick all these guitar players? You're just like randomly on Instagram?
I just got a huge list of everybody that's inspired me that plays guitar, or people from my favorite bands. Like, for example, this person wasn't a part of my charity shred collabs as I call them, but I have collabed with him previously with Michelangelo Badio. I've done 2 collabs with Michael, and his name is Andy James. He's from Five Finger Death Punch. He plays guitar for them. So I've also collabed with him and like Vinnie Moore. And I totally forgot where I'm going with this because of my brain fog. Like, what was the question? What were we talking about?
The collaborations that you were doing, all the guys, right. All the guitar players you've been playing with.
Okay, so we're still listing them off.
We're still, because there's a lot of them.
There's so many, right? When I think of like all of them that I worked with, I literally like get jumbled. I think you were asking like how I got in touch with them too. I literally just send out emails,
and that takes a lot of balls to do that.
I guess,
it does,
because
really.
Here I am. I'm literally this little gremlin who's only been playing for, like I said, anywhere between a year to 2 years at this time. So really kind of an amateur. Mm-hmm. And here I am reaching out to all of these professionals, basically just being like, hey, I'm this newfound charity organizer. I think we should all play on a track together so that way we can raise awareness for these children that really need it. And I've also been telling them maybe they can be a part of it by giving away virtual prizes or something along those lines, and some of them have stepped up to do free guitar lessons as prizes to some of the donators, and stuff like that, free shout outs, free tabs, stuff along those lines for people who really want to learn guitar. And I'm trying to, for the next one, give away an actual guitar.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully we have our fingers crossed for that. But yeah, Alicia Vigil from Dragon Force.
Wow.
Kiki Wongo, who is also her guitarist, but she's a big TikTok star on guitar. Kiki, I really look up to her. Again, sorry if I'm rambling at this point. There's so many people that I'm trying to cover on here. But yeah, at least 40 guitarists I've worked with at least, so it's all jumbled in my brain. I'm sure there's people I missed, but
yeah, we'll give them a shout out later.
Yeah, shout out to all my guitar friends.
Did you raise a lot of funds for this charity?
I'm going to be honest, it is very hard to get people to spend money, especially during a pandemic.
True.
So the first time around, I feel like we were still learning. This is something that is so new to us. I teamed up with Bradley Hall on YouTube, which he's an up-and-coming metal guy. I believe he has around 100,000 subscribers right now. But I teamed up with him, and I forgot what I'm talking about again. I'm sorry.
YouTube stars, and you know what I want to talk about is TikTok and how important TikTok is. Is it for a platform for you? How many people do you have following you on TikTok right now?
Not a lot. Maybe around 2,000.
That's
maybe around 2,000.
Good.
Oh, and I'm so sorry. I just remembered what I was talking about previously. I'm sorry. So for the charity thing, as I was saying, when I start to think about money and numbers, my mind gets so blah, blah, blah. But for the first one, we only raised around like 400 because I was saying the highest donator will receive these prizes.
Okay.
The one that gives the most money, which that tends to scare people off because a lot of people don't have that much to give, especially during a pandemic. So for the second time around, I said with any donation, can be as small as like a penny, honestly, any donation to There With Care, and you could win a bunch of guitar prizes. That went a lot better, and we raised over $1,000.
Wow, great.
So we're going to stick with that. But back to the TikTok thing. Don't mind my dementia, folks.
Do you want to talk about it?
Sure, yeah. I'm still growing.
Yeah.
I'm still growing, and I went like a full year without posting consistently, so I made that mistake. If anybody wants to get into TikTok, I feel like the second they get on it, they should post every single day, 2 or 3 times a day. So it's steadily going up. I've had a lot of TikTok quote-unquote stars play some of my songs in the background of their TikTok.
That's going to make you feel good.
It's rewarding, I have to say, to know that creators at least want to use my song. I even had this random candle maker play it in a TikTok, and it got over 1 million views, one of my acoustic songs. So TikTok's great for artists, but it's just good that I've had other established TikTokers helping me out. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's why I have the 2,000 right now.
I feel like it's a good helping community, right? TikTok.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like Twitch. Twitch is the same way too. It's a very helping community. A lot of musicians are gearing towards the Twitch platform. Have you decided to do a Twitch TV channel at all? Or
I have totally been irresponsible with that. I have a Twitch channel. I do plan to go live. I know a lot of people do very well on it, and it really helps. A lot of my local friends are streaming on there regularly, getting thousands upon thousands of views. So it's really great. I really got to look into it more. For sure.
Yeah, it is. What's your other big platform?
I would say my biggest right now is probably Instagram. I only have around like 15,000 on there.
Only? That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good on a regional level, right?
Yeah, I love you guys. And love my 15K out there.
Yeah, what up?
Hey, shout out to y'all.
But it's a great start, and plus you're still growing.
We're growing. Yeah, we're going up. I honestly did think that once I released these literal hip-hop songs that I would lose some of my metal fans. And it's somehow keep going up. You know, I haven't really seen too much of a decline. So I think we're doing good. I think a lot of them I've kind of locked in. And as long as I keep those guitar elements in a lot of my tunes, I think even the metalheads will kind of appreciate it. You know, the fact that I am doing all the whittles still.
That's what Dave Bandage is saying right now. Body count for the 21st century, a female-led combining rap with metal.
Yeah, right? Literally. It's like trap metal.
Trap metal?
Trap hop, something like that.
Define trap.
Trap, I don't even know how to define trap. Yeah. Everybody has been saying that I've been using like trap beats when I show them my stuff. So I guess I'm along the trap line.
See, I'm old, and there's so many genres now. It's hard to keep. There's so many genres of everything, not just hip hop.
Yeah.
How many genres of rock is there right now?
Probably a lot. Soft rock, hard rock, psychedelic rock.
Psychedelic rock. You know, and then you get into metal, which would be considered hard rock, right?
Yeah, a lot.
And then how many genres of metal are there? Grindcore, hardcore, porncore, this core, deathcore. Everything's a core.
White metal, Christian metal.
Yeah. Speed metal, thrash metal, punk metal.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's
Pop
everywhere.
Metal.
And that's why I tried to get away with calling myself metal, which I was not metal. It was like Gwen Stefani trying to be like super metal. It just awkward. Didn't really quite work. I tried to label myself as that though. Yeah. Vocally I did.
I think what you're doing is the right direction as far as not pigeonholing yourself into a genre.
Yeah, I felt very trapped for a little bit.
Yeah, stay well-versed, you know, and explore all the different... Like, the other thing you're doing, too, can we talk about the girl thing? You got, like, a girl band happening, right?
Yeah, not really a girl band, I would say.
It's more of a girl collaboration?
Girl collab, yes.
Okay.
This will be my 4th charity shred collab, maybe, like, my 7th overall guitar collab. I kind of lost count at this point, but I plan to do an all-women's shred collab with, I hope, 30-plus women. And so far, I have Nikki Stringfield from the Iron Maidens and Courtney Cox from the Iron Maidens.
They're awesome, by the way. I had them at my bar back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that is cool.
And then she played in an Ozzy tribute, too. I want to say it was Blizzard of Oz, or...
I feel like that kind of rings a bell.
She used to play in an Ozzy tribute, and what a shredder. Nikki, we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Crazy shredder. Oh, my goodness. Her and Courtney are both on board with it. Alicia Vigil is doing it again from Dragon Force.
Super cool.
A lot of the girls from Gritty and Pink are doing it, which they are very connected in the rock realm. A lot of people, you know, respect them. They're very, very cool, very bubbly. I have at least maybe 15 people so far. Sophie Burrell, and she's a big TikTok star again, big TikTok guitarist. And we hope to get Nita Strauss.
Wow.
Because Courtney is still very great friends with her. So I've kind of been going back and forth about maybe brainstorming some stuff. Now, then again, it does depend a lot on her schedule because I'm sure she's insanely busy. I connected the word body and busy together. But she does the body shred thing. Nita as well. She loves fitness, so that takes up a lot of her time alongside music. So we have to see. I also reached out to Lindsay Sterling's friend, who is going to get in touch with her potentially, because I would love a violinist on the track.
And who better?
Who better, really, right, Lindsay? So we have our fingers crossed for those two, but already 15 badass women shredders, which I can't announce all of them yet, but I'm hoping that'll be out by late May or at least early June sometime.
Yeah.
It's in the works. It's going to happen, and it's going to be very cool. Very cool.
What's awesome about you is you put that work in. You know, you're out there working. You do it. You know, you're not just, playing music or whatever, but you actually are putting the business side of things that go into doing the music and making the connections and networking.
Yeah, I mean, I have no manager, so I've kind of had to play manager by myself and write up all the emails and just take that initiative to do it because I ain't got no manager help right now.
It's important to learn it before you do get a manager. And you know what? You're at the stage of the game where you don't want a manager's help right now because they're just going to eat you up. Right?
I've heard mixed things.
They're
honestly.
going to eat you up. You work on your own. You grow on your own. That way you'll learn the business. And then that way, because managers will just put you on a roster and then they'll forget about you or just not even pay attention to you unless you're putting out hits and whatnot. So you're better off learning the business on your own. And then by time you get to management level, you'll already know what's going on.
And I guess in a way, I've been managing myself for so long that I would honestly feel a bit weird giving somebody else all of that.
Exactly.
Should I say control over my social media and the people that I reach out to? It would be very nice to have the help. Don't get that twisted. It would be nice to have a fam and to have the help. But I feel like I have a very certain style locked in about how I go about things. And it's worked for the past year, so I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
A couple people in there. What's up to Chilling with the Rick? You were on Chilling with the Rick, weren't you?
I was long ago, and he's been wanting me to get back on the show, but I just have not gotten back around to it.
Right now, a local Music Monday, I'm chilling with the Cait.
Chilling with the Cait right now.
Carlo from the Uncle Louie Variety Show. What up, brother? He's leaving me the definition of trap music.
Oh, what is this? We must hear it.
So it's a subgenre of hip-hop music that originated in the southern United States. It comes from Atlanta. The word trap refers to a place in which drugs are sold illegally. Trap music usually synthesizes drums and characterizes by complementing on hi-hat patterns. A tuned kick drum and a very long decay originally known as a Roland TR 808.
Roll-in TR 808.
The 808 kick drum.
808. 808. Okay, yes, I do know what 808 is.
So that was back in the 80s. It was really popular. You heard a lot of the 808 kick drum.
I got you. That's the kind of style I do like. So now I know the correct vocabulary to describe it to people. So thank you.
The 808 kick drum. And you hear it on a lot of hip hop. A lot of hip hop.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Roy Costin's dropping in to say hello. He said you played a couple shows with him back in the day.
Yes, I did. I believe at the Oneida Legion, I want to say.
Yeah.
Outdoor stage.
Cool.
I could be wrong. Again, my memory shot. You can probably tell.
It's shot.
It's shot.
There's a good shredder for you right there, Roy.
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like he's also the Dumbledore of the area, I think, as far as shredding goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There are a lot. Carmen Carmonica is another amazing one, and he's
up here, and everybody else in Utica is down here. I'm sorry. Carmen's
me
the god in Utica as far as guitar playing goes.
Shout out to Carmen. I'm going to send this to Carmen after.
Please do. And I've been trying to get him on, too.
He taught me the modes, and it has helped me immensely. Had he not taught me that, I probably wouldn't be soloing right now. So thank you.
Carmen is a god when it comes to guitar, and he's done some huge things in his life.
Yeah, he really has.
It's amazing, and I love reading his stories on Facebook. Have you ever read his stories?
I have, yeah.
And he gets so in depth with these pictures, and it's mind blowing of the things that he did. Right, a guy from Utica.
He's very smart.
Very smart. Masucci checking in. He's saying 808. I feel really old. And 808 is an older thing. In the later 80s is when it became popular. If you listen to the very first NWA album, Straight Outta Compton, you'll hear a lot of 808 on that. And Sir Mix-a-Lot used a lot of 808. And yeah, so everybody kind of feels old right now when we're talking about the 808.
It's a good style.
So where do you see, like, after Corona Coaster's over with? Are you going to form a band? Are you going to do the hip-hop thing? You're going to play with a DJ? Are you just going to try to do a little bit of everything? What's your plan?
As far as live shows go, I feel like I'm still really working it out because here I've been this acoustic kid, which I'm never going to lose, by the way. That's
Good.
always going to be my foundation.
Good.
I feel like that'd be a crime because when I was going through the whole metal thing, I kind of put the acoustic aside and never wanted to look at it again. That was a big mistake. That's my foundation. So I used to go to a lot of bars and play with my acoustic and do all the rocky songs. So first, I have to kind of rework my set. Maybe have a loop pedal with some trap beats behind it that I can play to. I feel like that'd be pretty unique. But I would love to work with a DJ of some kind.
I got one for you.
Rob Kane is very cool.
Yep.
And he's done a lot of the CNY fashion events. And I'm good friends with him. So to have a DJ for my sets would probably be a fun move, should I say. I've considered maybe getting an electric guitar and having a DJ do some of the set, and then I shred while the DJ does his thing simultaneously. I feel like that kind of wave would be cool. So I got to rework the set. Definitely going to play live again once things are kind of more settled. But it's probably going to be a bit of a shift in my live set for sure.
You got me thinking, and here we go. We're going to have an on-air meeting right now. You got me thinking, like, you can incorporate all of this into your live set. Start off acoustic, and then, slowly bring in the DJ, and then you shred over the DJ, and then fade him out. There's so many different things. You're setting yourself up to be well-versed on stage and multi-instrumental, too.
I feel like people would not expect that.
Right.
It'd be like, my typical acoustic thing, and then all of a sudden this trap pop comes out. I like it. It's a duo vibe. I feel like my whole image just screams Gemini, because here I am still organizing these shred collabs, this guitarist, and then I'm over here with this alt hip-hop style. So I am a Gemini, folks.
You're born in June?
June 18th.
June 18th?
Yep.
You're right on the cusp.
I think I'm a Cancer cusp. I think I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a pain.
It's my nephew's birthday, too, by the way. So
really?
Shout out, Joe.
Hey. Fellow gem.
Fellow gem. Have you done live streaming at all, like performing on the live streaming side of things, or just been more collaborating type of thing?
The collabs have been my main focus just because they take so much mental energy to organize all those people, and I assign each and every person their spot on like an 11-minute track. So that's very, very tedious to figure out who plays over what section. But here and there I have been doing live streams, mostly just putting a hip-hop track on and improvising to that. People tend to respond pretty good to that.
Have you done a full show on a live stream, or is it just like a song or two?
I've done some acoustic live streams with News Channel 12 on Facebook, and that's very cool. I do encourage other artists to look into that. I'm not sure if they're doing it anymore or if it was just a series, but it's great exposure because what they do is they run you through their news channel, which has like maybe over 1 million people, I forget, but then they broadcast it to a bunch of groups with a ton of members. So those live streams can get anywhere between 10,000 to like 60,000 views or more.
Excellent.
So that was great exposure for me. I would have done more, but I do think they maybe discontinued it for the time being. But working with News 12 was very cool. Yeah.
It's important to get it out there, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. The kid, like you, what about NFTs? Have you thought about doing an NFT?
What is an NFT?
Wow, you're 20 years old. You don't know what an NFT is.
No, I live under a rock sometimes.
You do? So NFT is like a new way for the artist to make money. So NFT stands for non-fungible token, and fungible meaning one of a kind. So it's only one. So it's really big in the art world. And Kings of Leon just sold an NFT for millions of dollars. So they got the one person that won the auction. So it's like an auction type of thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And so the one person that won it got a cartoon attached to it, attached with a new album, and like all this digital imaging and printing and stuff like that. It's the way for an artist to make money nowadays instead of getting screwed over by Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify don't do nothing.
Right, none of them do. No artists are making money right now other than virtual tip jars on their live streaming, or maybe even doing a live stream like pay-per-view type of event, but no artist is making any money. The NFT allows it to actually get out there and make some money. So
I'll have to look into that.
It's not a gimmick bandage. If all these big major companies and corporations are getting into this NFT thing, like Shaq and all these other like major celebrities and stars would not be getting into NFTs if it was a gimmick, and it's not a gimmick. So Think outside the box, bandage. Anyways, where's Justin? Justin, unfortunately, couldn't make it today. Yesterday was Joe Rossi's very last gig with the guys, and he's moving to Tennessee. So I think they're all getting together and kind of having like a little brother meeting. So Justin will be back next week, and looking forward to chopping it back up with Justin next week. But for right now, Cait Devin's in the house. Cait, speaking of Spotify and all that, where can people get your music? Where can they stream your music?
Cool. So on Spotify, I go by Cait Devin, the way it is spelled right here. My Instagram is the Cait Devin. Facebook is Cait Devin Music, the one with 10,000 followers. There is one on there that is blank that some people tend to go to, but that is actually not mine. And I'm also on YouTube, TikTok at Cait Devin. Just be sure to go be my pal. I think I'm finally getting a hang of Spotify. Still not enough to make sufficient money off of it.
Yeah, it's tough.
But even with like my recent single is up to like 24,000 streams, and I don't think I've made anything on it yet. That's fine though. That is fine as long as people are out there enjoying it. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. But yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that thing you mentioned for sure.
Yeah, it's the way it's going, and Dave's saying, considering the environmental aspect, it does suck up a lot of energy, but hey, it's the way the future is, You gotta move with the changes, go along with the way the future is.
Music industry is constantly changing.
And then
can never catch a break. It's
right.
One thing after another.
And right now, if the NFT things are a way to catch a break, everybody should be jumping on it, because it'd be a good way to make a little score. And I don't think it's going anywhere, actually.
A steal.
Yeah, there you go. Are you constantly writing? You writing every day?
I'm writing a lot.
Yeah.
I'm either doing that or fiddling on my guitar.
What comes first, a lyric or a melody?
I feel like both simultaneously.
Yeah?
Yeah, I tend to do it all simultaneously, guitar, lyrics, vocal. I used to just do the lyrics first, but I guess something has changed.
That's good, though. Nothing's changed. It means you're growing.
Yeah, I'm expanding.
You are. You're growing. You're learning. It's true. That's what's changing. Plus, you're actually practicing, right?
Yeah.
You practice all the time, don't you?
Yeah, it's all I can really do. I mean, I finished high school early, and I've just been doing music ever since, just trying to figure it all out. And I've been in touch with a few record labels here and there, not committing to anything yet, but just, keeping those connects for the future and just building on it, because I feel like I'm still in the building stage, and just taking that time to practice and come up with those new melodies and all of that is very much needed right now.
Yeah. It is, especially with all the crap that we're going through and whatnot. How are you taking your inspiration from lyrics these days? Are you taking it from pretty much what's going on in the world today, or is it more, a self-reflection on some of the things that you're going through? Or
I take inspiration from, like, everywhere at all times. It could be completely random. A lot of it comes from my own struggles, but I tend to write from other perspectives, too, from what other people are going through, and just the complete shit show that has happened the past year. But yeah, I've also been really inspired by artists like Ash Nico lately, and she's coming up. She's really coming up, and she's this rapper, but she also sings. She has the blue hair, and she's just so artistic. Her and The Weeknd. Trying to think of like other rappers that I like. I think those are my two main ones. Her, The Weeknd, and Doja Cat.
Okay.
Are like my three main inspirations. So I've been listening to them quite a bit.
Is that what you're listening to on the way here?
We were listening to like probably classic rock or something. He plays, my dad's sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of that. We were probably listening to 92.7.
Right on. Shout out Genesee Joe.
Genesee Joe. I got to shout out Genesee Joe.
That's my brother, always.
He's like my uncle.
Yeah.
He has been such an amazing
Do you call
supporter.
him Uncle Genesee?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I call him Uncle Genesee, too.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He is.
If anybody wants any local music support in the area, go to Genesee Joe, because he will take care of you, yo.
Yeah. If there's anybody waving the flag of the local music scene, it's my man, Joe. And we're lucky we have him. Mm-hmm. We need more Joes in this community.
We need more Joes. Very much so.
Actually, wait, maybe one Joe's enough. Who knows? Yeah, but I love that he opens the doors to everybody, and I'm sure you've been on his
Right.
show many times.
I have, yeah.
and
Christmas shows, too. The big Christmas show that he does. That's iconic.
It is. It is. Hopefully we get back to all that. I was bumming that we didn't do the Christmas show this year. I love doing that every year. It's like a Christmas Eve tradition. It was until the Corona coaster.
Yeah, Corona coaster. Yeah, I feel like it'll end very soon.
I hope so.
It's gotta.
I hope so.
Live music is going to be a thing within the next, I want to say 4.5 months. That's my estimate, you guys.
I'm thinking it's going to be once people finally get out of the sketchy vibes of the Corona and they finally get back into the normal swing of things.
A lot of people are sketched.
A lot of people are sketched, but I think it's going to be like a slingshot of popularity for the local music scene.
It's going to be like literally the Roaring 20s again.
I hope so.
But like repeated. I hope it's like that.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in the 20s too, you guys.
We are in the 20s. You're
We are in the 20s.
You're going to be in your 20s.
Yeah, I'm going to be in my 20s very soon, but yeah, I feel like we can make that happen. It just makes sense for it to be like the Roaring 20s again. And then hopefully we don't fall into a Great Depression.
Shut up, Cait. Shut up. But no, that's just, I think it's going to be popular. I think music's going to be back and concerts will be back and hopefully soon enough. Chappie saying hello to you, Cait.
Hey, hi, Chap.
Hi, Chappie.
What's up?
Thanks for checking in. Genesee Joe, baby.
Hey. I don't know if you were on when we were talking about you, but we were just talking about you.
No. Somebody, Motorlord's chiming in saying Genesee Joe. Baby. Everybody loves Uncle Genesee. We all do. We all do. Cool, man. What else? Anything else going on? Anything else you want to plug before we bounce?
I feel like that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm working on a new single right now with Subcat again.
Cool.
So that's going to be out probably the same time that my next women's shred collab comes out. So I'm going to have 2 different things coming out at once.
Keep busy.
So that's what the next couple months are looking like, just organizing some more collabs, going back into the studio. Definitely studio time is substituted for the live shows right now. That's like my main focus is getting my new music out there since I'm going through this crazy brand change.
Keep doing it.
At the moment. Yeah, got to keep building it.
You got to keep evolving. That's what it is. It's growth. It's part of life. As you keep evolve, you grow, you learn.
Right.
You're doing it.
And I feel like I'm on the right path now because I can feel the energy of like at least like other people can think and see that I'm like a bit more natural now, as you said. I feel like other people could kind of catch on to the fact that maybe metal was not like my only thing I needed to lock myself into for the long run.
Right.
I could feel that around me.
You're always going to be a rocker, though. We talked about this in the beginning of this podcast.
A rocky soul.
You're always going to be in there, but, it's good to test out all the genres, too.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, good. Thank you for taking time to come hang out. I'm glad
Always
you're
fun.
here.
I feel like we were planning this for so long.
It happens. We go in and out.
Finally got it.
It happens. Thanks to everybody out there that watched. If they could do us a favor and click the share button and help spread the word of Cait, Devin, and all the great music that she's putting out there. And, of course, all the stuff we're doing here on Disruption Network. Yeah, a lot of things going on. Also, we launched our latest episode of Unbreakable, the Donato Danny Nappy story. So if you want a good true crime podcast to get yourself involved into, check out Unbreakable. We're on episode 6. He talks about all the infamous criminals he spent time with in prison. So he's talked about Son of Sam and Ronnie DeFeo from the Amityville Horror and a bunch of different stuff. So go check it out. Yeah, what a series. It's my favorite project I've ever, even music, anything. It's my favorite project I've ever worked on.
That's dope.
Ever. So I love it. You can find it on all streaming podcasting platforms. So, Cait, this has been awesome. I also left your website in the description of this video.
Cool.
So if everybody wants to go and check out some of the stuff that she's doing, you can go to her website, which is in the description, and go support her and do all this amazing stuff and keep putting out some great music, kid. I'm proud of you. It's like watching you grow up right before my eyes, and maybe 3 years from now we'll have like another conversation and you're going to be playing like blues and jazz or something. I don't know.
Right. I'm not even, I've proven to myself that I'm so unpredictable.
Good, though.
So I'm not even even thinking about it too much. I'm just doing what feels right at the moment.
Good.
For like the first time. I'm just trying not to think about it.
If it feeds your creative soul, you keep going with it. And that's it. Shout out to EJA Moving Services, David Longaretta, my attorney, Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, and Joey's over at 307. Go pick up a great meal from Joey's. Great food over there. Tomorrow, I'm taking the day off tomorrow. It's 420. I'm going to celebrate.
Hey,
It's
very
420.
nice.
Going to celebrate, but I'm going to come back on Wednesday and Thursday with the Uncle Louie Variety Show. Like, follow, subscribe to All Things Disruption Network on social media. Like, follow, and subscribe to All Things Cait Devin on social media. And I'll see you later.